Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Nekomonogatari Shiro. Tonight on episode 4. So, last time, we're having Hanakawa go through her entire identity, realism arc, whatever you want to call it. There's a tiger walking around, which is probably just like a manifestation of her insecurities and problems and such. Well, not insecurities and problems. I can be more specific. We'll get there in a second, okay? We'll get there in a second. First, let's do a little, comment scroll. So, boom. There's just one or two things I wanted to real quick bring up from this, and then we'll go into the actual episode. So, this bit here, I thought was really interesting. So, it's the line that Tsukihi said when they were in the bath, where, because Tsukihi, Karen, and Hanakawa were in a bath together, because why wouldn't they be? It's Monogatari. But, when they're all in the bath, Tsukihi said to the two other, Karen and Hanakawa, that maybe because they're real, they don't have to embellish themselves. Which is a crazy line, of course. Especially because it has to do with realism, and I think that's really like the undercurrent and the core of the arc, probably, is like the reality of Hanakawa's being real. Yeah. So, comment here says, it's a rebuttal to Senjo's assertion that Hanakawa is real because Hanakawa is embellishing herself by pretending to be dealing with her issues effectively. And then we can kind of judge that off of how Hanakawa's reacting to that line, which I'll get to in a second. I did pull up the episode, and she does look she looks a bit queasy with that line. And then I thought this was interesting as well. I'm not entirely sure what to make of it, but I like it. It's that when she was in the mirror, she was covering her own chest. So, like, she wasn't, nudity, right, is, like, being honest and real and seeing through all the nonsense, right? And so if she's nude in front of a mirror but she's covering herself up, then she's like defeating the purpose of the nudity because she's covering herself. So she's like stripped down as much as she can, but she still can't help but like cover herself from herself. So, I mean, it's sick. It's just like, what do I make of that, We'll get there. We'll keep it in mind. And then also a little bit at the end of the preview, I'll pull that up in a minute. And then this other one, there was something in here that I liked. I thought this was a good just kind of explanation of Hanakawa's character a lot. And it's kind of what Senjugahara was saying. I mean, that's literally what this is about, right? Senjugahara's whole deconstruction of Hanakawa's pathology. But it's specifically the part where, like, Senjugahara is saying that, it's not that we shared our tastes, it's that your tastes enveloped my taste. Like, your taste is everything, and I'm just something, and so of course you're gonna, like, be within that, right? And I liked this a little bit here, where it says, Hanakawa's been indulging herself, hiding in her comfort zone by actively suppressing any shred of passion. She's been masking it as maturity or whatever, to the degree that she doesn't care what food tastes like or that her father struck her. And then obviously that needs to be outlet somehow. So what I like about that is, like, comfort zone, like, using that. I feel like it's not even that she's, like, hiding in her comfort zone as much as she's just, like, blown up her comfort zone so big that her comfort zone, she's, like, tried to make everything her comfort zone so that she's never uncomfortable, right? Which is just kind of, like, I like that, basically, Pog, right? And so those feelings she's suppressing stay bottled up. They need an outlet. Outlets, like, because, like, obviously the cat, right, Black Hanakawa is an outlet for her stress, specifically, but are we saying that her active suppression of passion, which is from her just, like, subduing everything and accepting everything indiscriminately, are we saying that her accepting everything indiscriminately has kind of what Senjugahara was saying, where you need something to despise as much as you need something to love, has, like, sucked away the juice from the passion, the energy from whatever she's doing, right? And that sucked away juice and passion has then become an outlet through the tiger. I mean, the tiger is probably the one doing it. The tiger seems kind of passionate with burning everything down. Though, I don't know, when we're talking to the tiger, it doesn't seem, like, super passionate and pog, but, like, it is making moves. So I'm trying to figure out, like, why is it making moves? What is up with my throat, man? We are drinking a little sparkling iced kiwi strawberry. Let me take a swig. Oh, and then also the banana line. This was from Bake. It's, like, foreshadowing, kind of. Where Araragi asks, Hanakawa, do you like bananas? And she says, I guess I don't hate them. Besides, they're nutritious. If you insist on asking whether I like them or not, then yes, I like them. That's just crazy. That's from Bake. That's just crazy to me. Oh, this is fun. I forgot that I read this. The reason the OP is chocolate themed is because chocolate, specifically dark chocolate, can lower stress hormones. She's overdosing on dark chocolate, man. That's what Black Hanakawa is. An overdose of dark chocolate. That's crazy to me. And then Hana Monogatari. We do need to figure out when we're gonna watch Hana Monogatari. I do know that it's either after Koi or it's after, like, the novel order is different. Oh, it literally says it right here. Light novel order is Hana after Kabuki. Anime order is Hana after Koi. Yeah, we're probably just gonna vote on that or something. I don't freaking know. I'll probably do that either after this arc or after the next arc. Yeah. It might be better to do it after this arc, right? Because isn't next arc Koi or Kabuki? I don't know. I have a list. I don't have it pulled up right now. But yes, we do need to figure this out. I've talked about it a little bit in the Discord, but currently we have not figured it out. So, in process. Pog. So yeah, I want to actually pull up the episode and use a lot of that, because I feel like the last episode had a lot going on. So, let me full screen it. Okay. Okay. So, hello, Senjugahara. Her little sugar cube castle. So, one thing, it's like, how do I explain this? So, one thing I really liked that Senjugahara mentioned was that Araragi was bad on purpose, perhaps to stay safe, or like put out a bad exterior as a way to protect himself, right? So like, it's like this idea that being genuine and being real is dangerous, you know? Which I feel like would make sense, because transparency can make you vulnerable. Like, I would argue, I think that would make some, like, inherent sense, like common sense, right? Yeah, Senjugahara is saying something about that here. Yeah, there's a risk when society knows you're a good, virtuous person, because then people might take advantage of you or whatever. And Hanakawa still does it despite that, which is, like, super white, which is crazy, right? But where was I going with this? I don't remember. So, okay. The point that Senjugahara brings from this, though, is that she can't survive like that. That's dangerous. Like, you're gonna get hoed. And that is what's really on Hanakawa's mind. Like, not being able to be self-sufficient. Or not being able to survive. She brings in the self-sufficiency later when she's in the mirror. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, and then it was Senjugahara's notebook. Oh yeah, and somebody said in the comments, I didn't actually read the comment out loud, that her favorite manga is Full Metal Alchemist. I think that was in Bake very lightly. Like, they brought up, like, alchemy or transmutation or something. Still haven't really seen all of. I've seen, like, a tiny bit of Full Metal, but yeah. Okay, maybe I'm just looking for something a little later. Oh yeah, what's up, Hitagi's father? I like how he's pretty much the only, like, adult we've actually met. You know? It's kind of crazy. Okay. And then Trump card gets made, you know, trick Karen into inviting Hanakawa into the household, all that jazz. There is a place for Tsubasa-san to sleep, and there is justice. Copium. Okay, what I want to just watch all of is the mirror scene here. I think I did this last time, but I'm going to do it again. Because I think this is probably the biggest scene for, like, understanding what's going on right now. Oh yeah, they're cops. Pog. That's still so fun. Okay. Yeah, Hanakawa's allowed to... This is like her preparing to go into the bath with them. Right. But she's kind of doubting. She's like doubting getting in the bath with them, I guess. Or like hesitating, perhaps. it's crazy that she's like self-judging about that too. She's literally self-judging about the whole like justice thing that got her a room. But it's like I get the sentiment, you know, because she kind of used the whole justice thing was a way to get Karen to like force invite, you know, but Karen still was willing to, like, your friends, right? I mean, they've met before. It's not like they're some random Karen stranger, you know. We know that they've interacted before, so it's not like that crazy to, like, you know, to have Karen invite her over. So for her to like feel a touch of guilt about that, that just shows like how high of a standard she has for herself, I guess. Continuing. Oh, and then the Oshino line. Yes. Okay, this is this. She brings up Oshino's thing that he said a lot of times, like especially in Bake, that people help themselves, you know? I was thinking about that line a lot because it's like, get off of me, headphone. People just help themselves. I feel like one meaning or like reason that Oshino could be using that line specifically is because like if I'm helping somebody, right? I'm Oshino. I'm the balancer. Or is that the term they use? Yeah, balancer. I'm the balancer. I'm helping people out. Whatever. If you just like help someone and then say like, okay, I helped you pay up or whatever, then I feel like that isn't as effective as if you help someone and say, no, I didn't help you, you helped yourself. Because it like, by giving them the what's the word? Like the award of helping themselves, right? By giving them that, like, you helped yourself, not that you got helped, that gives them more power in the change that occurred within them, right? And I think that can help foster like self-confidence or whatever, right? So by giving them the responsibility of, you helped yourself, you didn't get helped, you helped yourself, I just helped you help yourself, or whatever, right? If you really want to like push it. I don't think Oshino has really necessarily said that verbatim, but it gives the individual like a sense of perhaps like a pride or like self-sustenance, being alive, right? A feeling that they were able to help themselves, you know, something like that. I feel like that's kind of part of that idea. And so what is Honekawa saying with that? Right, but that's different than never seeking out help, because the reason she doesn't seek out help is what exactly? A great question. Perhaps it's just that she's so, like, she doesn't want to ever impose because she's so white and she's so, like, all-encompassing accepting that she wouldn't want to, like, impose onto someone. I kind of feel like. I think it just has to do with her whiteness, right? But yeah, that's completely different than Oshino's thing, because I think Oshino's thing is meant to foster, like, self-confidence, where for her it's a application of her whiteness, which is something that's kind of been problematic. Because it's even crazy that, like, all this whiteness, all this good, virtuous person stuff, I mean, that's, and this is kind of cringe, but, like, that's part of why her family didn't like her new family, right? Because she was so white that it was, like, painful to be around her. So, like, what good is pure virtuous good if it makes you unable to, like, interact with people positively, right? If you're so virtuous and so good that people don't like being around you, then I feel like that defeats the entire purpose of being virtuous or good. Because then you can't actually, like, do the virtue or do the good to people. You're kind of just doing it in a vacuum where it kind of loses its meaning, question mark? I don't know. Something like that. And then, yeah, this shot, of course, goes hard. Okay. Because she's, like, covering herself in the mirror while self-reflecting, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and I mean, she's literally self-reflecting on her own things, you know, her own motivations for not seeking help out while she's self-reflecting in the mirror, but she's still covering herself up partially. Yeah, as she recalls what Senjigahara was saying. I've come to accept the bland. That's like the whole tastes thing. I'm all accepting. I'm dual against the shadows. The shadows being like things that she should dislike, perhaps. Yeah. It's also like interesting because the vampire thing. I think vampire when I think shadows, right? Or just oddity stuff. I mean Shinobu, right? Because she was accepting of like getting her. I'm thinking Kizu, right? She was accepting of getting her side blasted. She was accepting of the vampire, like the entire vampire stuff with Araragi. And I think that's because she wanted human connection with Araragi, right? Which was kind of where she got her love from. Because he was like the first person that became an actual target for her love, which made her fall in love with him. And so him being a vampire, that was just automatically accepted because it needed to be for her to form that connection. So it maybe even could be the case that like that vampire thing and having to accept the vampire thing broadened her comfort zone like early on, That's like an early development in her acceptance of everything. And you could say that like it was already her acceptance of everything was already going on before Kizu. And maybe it is, but I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, I think she's accepting the fact that being all-encompassing accepting is not sustainable. So that's the word I was looking for earlier. Sustainable is not sustainable. Is not something that you can survive in the wild with. It has problems, etc. And then, based off the comment that kind of about embellishment, right? This scene. Because Karen kind of praises Hanakawa for being smart and like leveling with Karen and Tsukihi. And then Tsukihi says the embellished line. But look at Hanakawa's face. You see this little like, it looks like she's sweating. Like when I first saw it, I was kind of thinking she was blushing out of like embarrassment of like, oh, like they're being nice to me. Like it was like a compliment blush. But I feel like, her like lips maybe a little like, no, I don't want to say the word quivering, but I'll say the word quivering. Like a little uncertain. Maybe like these are like sweat drops a tiny bit, So as much as she like seems to be really put together, she's actually having a lot of these self-doubts. Like literally before even coming out to this bath, she's looking in the mirror, unsure, covering herself, self-critiquing, self-reflecting. She comes out here and then starts getting praised for being real. And it's like, well, but they're not even seeing the real her, because the real her was back in the mirror trying to figure herself out, right? Like they're not getting the full picture. So for them to call her real, she's like, am I though? Which is kind of what I was thinking, right? That like, her realness is being pulled into question or something. Yeah, where she's like, is that the case? Is it because like they're real so they don't have to embellish themselves? Am I embellishing myself? What am I doing? All that kind of jazz. And then she puts on Araragi's clothes and gets in his bed. And then Shinobu and the cat talk. Araragi went to the school with Kanbaru, was meeting Kanbaru at the school. Who knows why he needs Kanbaru and maybe her monkey paw. No idea. Maybe, it'd be crazy. Maybe he's like needed muscle to go beat up the Sengoku snake people. I feel like the Sengoku snake people will come back eventually, right? That was never fully dealt with. So perhaps he just wanted some muscle to go beat up kids. That'd be kind of funny. I could see that being in one. Shinobu spits some bars about things being correlated and connected, even if they don't seem to be, which kind of... Then we talk about the tiger, so okay, the tiger's connected to all these self-identity issues, even if it doesn't look like it. That's kind of, I feel like, what Shinobu's trying to say. Without even knowing the situation, she's, kind of saying that. Hanakawa's the only one that sees the tiger. The tiger's probably a thing from Hanakawa. I mean, does she know about how Hachikuji works? Because if she knows how Hachikuji works, then she would be familiar with the idea that oddities can appear to only one person, which would then be like a precedent for how this oddity is only appearing to her. Because, like, I feel like she could only really make an oddity in the same way she made Black Hanakawa if she's aware enough of how that, like, of that oddity, right? Because she was aware of the metal cat, which made her able to make the off-brand metal cat, the Black Hanakawa. So perhaps part of how she's able to make the tiger oddity is because she's aware of how Hachikuji works, and that Hachikuji only appeared to Araragi, and the tiger only appears to her. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So many talking, man. I literally feel like I'm in the show when I'm trying to talk about the show, because I just monologue and monologue and monologue and monologue. Holy crap. You know? And then the school got burned down. Unlucky. Poor identity crisis. Because look, I mean, it's even like she's covering herself in the mirror, right? I mean, Black Hanakawa is her, and she doesn't, in this form, in White Hanakawa form, she doesn't have memories of Black Hanakawa. So it's like she's covering up Black Hanakawa, which maybe she's even tying it in with like nudity and not being naughty and being nude, right? Maybe Black Hanakawa is supposed to have like a nudity aspect. I mean, even the ways that Black Hanakawa exists is kind of, am I going to say that like Black Hanakawa is like inherently sexualized? I don't know. I mean, she was sexualized in Bake, but that's just because Araragi thinks she's hot, right? I don't know. Point being, though, perhaps even you could say that Black Hanakawa, like, that's what's being covered up when she's in the mirror covering herself up. That she's covering up Black Hanakawa. And then she tries to look deep within herself and she sees the tiger. El Tigre. El Tigre. El Tigre. Okay. What's up with this bath? Why has this bath got a dragon foot? Is there a good shot of the side of the bath? Not really. Okay. Yeah, let's just watch the episode, man. Enough yapping. Enough yapping, man. Man, I also am like kind of, like my nose is running. I'm kind of stuffy. Do I have a tissue? I'm just gonna get a tissue real quick. Where's my tissues, man? Oh, there they are. I'm tired of being stuffy, man. I'm probably not even gonna cut this out. Like, why would I cut this out? This is Pog, right? Me just leaving to grab a tissue? I think that's kind of funny. Yeah, I'm not gonna cut that out. What do you take me for? Some kind of well-polished person? Nah. What's the word? I forgot the word. Let's not, okay, screw whatever I'm talking about. Let's just watch the show. Episode 4 of Nekomonogatari Shiro. Oh wait, no, the preview of last episode. Give me 2 seconds. It was literally like, the literally last words was Karen talking about her, was like, look at this. They're talking about nail clippers and how fun they are. Tsukihi says to Karen, how in the world did the two of you have fun with nail clippers? Wait, who's the two of you? Is it Araragi? Dang it, now I'm having to analyze the preview. Viva the Clippers! Viva the Clippers! Wait, are they talking about the nail clippers to Araragi or to the girl? Or to Kitano Hanakawa? My feet were? I'm gonna be real, I got no idea what's going on here. I'm just not even gonna, I don't even know if I'm trying to decipher this. Oh, no, it said brother, it said brother. As I was playing with our brother, I realized aren't nail clippers awesome? So it's like, okay, so did Karen and Araragi were playing with nail clippers together. What was Araragi nail clipping her feet? Come on, man. That's just weird. It's like the toothbrush thing again. It's like weird hygiene body maintenance is what they do to like get weird with each other. What even is that? Okay, I'm not even gonna worry about that anymore. Nekomonogatari Shiro, episode 4. Let's get going. 3, 2, 1, bye. Oh my goodness. Chapter 52. What did the cat do? The cat was with Shinobu. We're just skipping that? Yes. She's coming in on her own feet being beautiful. Oh, cleaned. Oh, wow. Oh, a Hanakawa hair. Black Hanakawa hair. Dang. Okay, she exposed herself. Black Hanako couldn't hide herself. That's also crazy when the lines fill up, the black and the white line in the OP perfectly meet in the middle, and then they split into chocolate. That's kind of fun. This arc is so good, by the way. This might be the best arc for me up to this point. This might be my favorite arc. I just feel like it's just concise and it makes sense, but it's still got all that magic to it, you know? Like, it's still got all the crazy themes going on. And maybe it's just that, like, the early arcs had all that, but I wasn't able to, like, catch it. But I feel like this one, I feel like, just, like, feels good, man. And the rest of them felt good well, but, like, as well. But, you know, this one I feel like it's just going extra hard. It's also, like, refreshing to not be following Araragi and to, like, follow a different character for a little bit more. You know? Nothing against Araragi. Like, I love Araragi. He's my boy, but... These make no sense, man. These OPs, they're so wild. I mean, they do make sense if you, like, really dig into it, but, like... I'm just watching, like, her talking about a princess in the castle. It's like, okay, what is even going on? Man, I miss the flashing bits, though. That was one nice thing about Araragi. Okay, hi, booty. Oh, right. She's, like, naturally undoing herself. Yeah, like, people in the news getting blasted. Egg. Hanako is like an honorary Araragi right now. That's wholesome. But it's so sweet. Contact lenses. Oh! Oh! Hello, Mama Araragi. Dang. Okay. This woman feels so powerful. Whoa! Look at her hair, man. She's got the crazy antenna plus like a ponytail. Aww. That's not true. Ooh. A blessing. Oh, yeah, you have to accept that it's a bad situation to ask for help. Okay. I like that, because she doesn't despise anything, right? So, like, she couldn't ask for help, because then she'd have to admit that something's wrong and that she didn't like it, which would be counterintuitive to her accepting everything. Boom! Ah, so good. The Tigre. No? Who is that? What is happening? Hello? Episode? 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 What is he doing here, man? Is that him? He's got the crosses on his suit. Oh, he knows her, yeah. What's up, episode? Wow, random. Okay, somebody for her to despise, perhaps? Was not expecting to see him again, ever. Oh, I like that line. A long lifespan doesn't make me old. Really? Really? Okay. Why are you 6? Wait, huh? Man got that quick age. Hmm. Got called in. Red Eye Bus. Hmm. Dramaturgy? I don't think that was his name. He's Dramaturge, right? Okay, who's paying this guy? Araragi, Kagenui, Kaiki. What, you don't like El Tigre? Wow. Yeah, because she's like split into 3 right now, you know, with Hanakawa, Black Hanakawa, and the Tiger. Okay, Kagenui? That's her name, right? Oh, episode, sewed, I get it. Wait, is that you, Kagenui? You're dressed so differently. Oh no, upperclassmen, so a different class? No, you're someone else. Who are you? Got a little winking star. Okay. Izuku. No, Izuko, not Izuku. Yikes. Gain. Okay, Gain. I'll call you Gain. You're kind of fun. I kind of like you. Gain. Man, why is an upperclassman of Oshino here? Yotsuki? That's Ononoki. Wait, why is Ononoki following? Wait. Okay, 9 minutes. Oh, she doesn't like Kagenui. Oh, yeah, give me some juice, man. Take care of that yourself. There's nothing I don't know. I only know what I know. Hmm. The hysteria or history? History is what it said down there, but hysteria up above. Mmm. Mmm. Dang, this woman's crazy. You don't even know that you don't know anything. That's bars. Voluptuous. To not know of one's ignorance. It's the pit, bro. It's the pit. I'll try to remember to talk about the pit. The truth that you're an idiot. Yeah, that's kind of true. This background is crazy. It's rainbow. Are you not a human then? You said, wait. Dude, this girl is crazy. It's so crazy that the chapter number is up to 55. The me that isn't me knows. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's like her own problem, but who she is so split that it's like hard to say. Or like she's like kind of unaware of her own problem, which is what she was talking about with the ignorance. Oh wow. A new book just dropped. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, Ultra Tiger, yeah. Oh, Senjo, yeah. This guiding lady is crazy. Wow. Crazy connection. Yeah, they did mention that, didn't they? Kaiki mentioned that. Oh, wow, it's all... Oh, no. It's all connected. Dang, I need to remember what Kaiki was talking about. She got so many paper cranes. Yeah. Mayoi-chan snail. Hachikuji. Remember what Shinobu was saying, though? What's the micro? Oh yeah, because she saw the tiger in the mirror. Okay. Oh, wow. Araragi's house. And the apartment. Oh, wow. Okay. Didn't even think of that. Is it like forcing her to be a vagrant? Forcing her to keep bouncing locations, which was like her dream? Or like what she wanted to do, right? Your house is gonna burn down in the next few days. Okay, good. Yeah, you're gonna kick him? Good. Oh, what are we playing? Oh, wow. Yeah. Sisters. Oh, passion. We're talking about passion? Just like the tiger, fire, passion. Oh, here it comes. It's all coming out. She's also very passionate about it. Oh. Oh, okay. Tsukihi. Heart and love. Yeah, okay. Ooh, okay. They also got boyfriends. I got their boyfriends' names written down. That puts me off, she thought. What, you don't like that? You're not accepting of that? No, it was about you, Honokawa. Yeah. Anger is justice. Okay. That's the name of her boyfriend, Mizudori. Haha, it came in handy. Yup. I got that written down. Yup, I got that written down. Feels good, man. Don't exist inside his head. Hilarious. That's why that's why we like barely hear about him. What? Yikes. He doesn't want to meet the boyfriends. Man, Tsukiki got a huge card temple. Are you projecting? Yeah, here it comes. Oh wow, she's shaking. Ooh, okay. Nice. Burying your head in the sand kind of deal. Or just envy, yeah. And it all comes crashing down. Yeah, she's been accepting of, you know, everything. True. She do be rolling around. Oh, getting her scent in the bed. Oh, that's kind of sweet and kind of weird, but kind of sweet. Yeah. That should be enough for me. Aw. Why are you taking your clothes off? You putting his clothes on? What are you doing? Wait, you're taking selfies in his clothes? Oh, and you sent it. Mm. Oh, is she writing to herself? Oh, wow. And the ED's playing too, the ED music. Aw, is she gonna be like thankful or like grateful at all? That's kind of, that'd be sweet. Yeah, that's really sweet. Dude, that's so good. Writing a note to yourself, man. And look at this, they completely changed the ED too to like celebrate this. Oh man. It's such a dense show. There's so much going on at all times. Like now we like there's like 7 things to worry about. There's the whole Kaiki thing because like Kaiki was going to Kamburu's house, maybe to do something with Gain. I don't even know what's up with Gain now. You know? And now we got all these like themes of like averting eyes and like self-ignorance to like look at. But man, to just the idea of her writing a note to herself is really good. I really like that. And like learning to not accept everything, right? Because like yeah, I don't know. It just ties together so well, all of it. Preview. Quiz preview. The arsonist. Okay. Yeah, what's up? SF? Okay. Okay, initial shift. What are you... I'm already lost. I'm already so lost. Somehow fantasy. Okay. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm getting confused because... Okay, I get it now. They were changing SF into different things, but they were changing it into, like, in Japanese, so, like, it was kind of not making sense. Sister Fires. Oh, that worked. Wait, the tiger's trying to fight Sundagahara? What is going on? That was such a good episode. Man, this arc has been going so hard. Okay. Man, it sucks. I feel my brain slowing down. Come on. Okay. So good move on her at the start for figuring out that she would turn into Black Hanakawa by finding the hair and finding the like dirt napkins in the thing and finding the dirt under her fingernails. All good moves. Can I just hear Mama Araragi's bars again? We can't become your family. She kind of points out like an abuse thing. She spits a bar as a mother. Family is something you don't need but should be happy to have. Be happy to have. So there's like a gratitude mixed in. I wonder if this at all inspired Hanakawa to write the letter, right? Because she's writing a letter of like both gratitude and a wish to Black Hanakawa. She's also kind of trying to like saying that this is the last time she'll ever see Adaragi, or like that she won't see Adaragi again, rather. So I'm kind of concerned on what she's planning to do. Hanakawa, people can run from things they don't like all they want. But if they're just averting their eyes, they're not running. It's like the tiger is burning down the location she sleeps at. So she can't go back. So she's forced to keep moving. She's forced to keep running, maybe. But normal Hanakawa has been like averting her eyes from the things she doesn't like from her envy, from her jealousy, from all that episode, any bad feelings she has towards episode. You know, she's been averting that her eyes through just accepting everything. And then this was a really good line. As long as you think the current situation's okay, no one can help. Because yeah, if Hanakawa accepts everything, then she can't say that something's not acceptable and that she needs help fixing it. You know, it's like she's like forced to accept everything and forced to not ask for help. That's really good, man. Thank you, Mama Aragi. Mama Aragi knows what she's talking about. Connotative words. And then episode says what's up. Wait, with a scene... Oh, and then I'm confronted with a scene that made me want to avert my eyes. Episode. Thank you. Made me want to avert my eyes. But then she's just accepting of it. But I feel like the real crazy part comes in when the girl Gain shows up. This woman's got crazy energy to her. Okay. I'm pleased I decided to move on a whim and got to meet you. I like her little cap too, her little headphones. She got a very unique style. A human. Okay, so she is a human. I feel like I need to rewatch that episode in... Well, was it Nisei? The Kaiki... No, wait. Kaiki house. I think that was Nisei. I'm gonna probably have to rewatch that at some point. Between this episode and the next episode. We talk... Okay. Yotsuki will follow us, but we can't wait. Okay, so... Yotsuki is Ononoki. That's just her name. It's Ononoki Yotsuki. Which is Tachikage Nui. So, we got Kage Nui and Ononoki potentially following now Episode and Gain. Episode's been contracted. He's a vampire hunter. Maybe he's been contracted for a non-vampire, or there's another vampire, or he wants to go kill Shinobu, but Shinobu's fine. Nobody wants to kill Shinobu anymore, right? She doesn't even count. She's too weak. I'm so glad I wrote down Yotsuki's name. I would have gone Hode if I didn't write down her name. Nah, to tell the truth, I wish either Mame or Deishu were here. That's gotta be Oshino and Kaiki. I mean, I know Meme is, or Meme or whatever is Oshino, so a Daishu, or Deishu or whatever. It's gotta be a Kaiki. I don't have all of their first names written. Certainly it's Kaiki. I'm kind of glad it's Episode out of everyone that just showed up. I loved Episode the first 2 seconds I saw him, and then I hated him. But, so, like, okay, redemption arc. For me to care about him, not for him to, like, redeem himself. But let's go Episode, my boy. There's also the question of how this girl knows so much, but I don't know. I just couldn't tell you that one. Because she knows about the tiger. She's about to spit something important. And she has to deal with it herself. She has to deal with it herself. Because I'm thinking about the whole, like, how she can't ask other people for help because she's accepting of everything. But for her to have to deal with it herself, does that... I don't know. Either today or tomorrow. Wait, okay. The wording here is interesting. You'll face the one you're about to name the History Tiger. Or Hysteria Tiger. Both of them are up here. Hysteria Tiger or History Tiger. This wording's interesting because it's you'll face the one you're about to name. So it's like, I know, like, Gain here is saying that she knows that Hanakawa's about to name the tiger the History Tiger. History, past trauma she hasn't dealt with, hasn't accepted her past, or has only accepted her past, hasn't despised her past. History Tiger? I'm just throwing out words. Nobody can help you, nobody can rescue you. You have to just solo it. Yeah, she's a problem with her past. Past. You really don't know anything. And it's so crazy for her to, like... Because Hanakawa's always been the one that's known a lot of stuff, but has always kind of, like, humbled herself by saying, like, oh, I only know what I know. And so for this girl to say, oh, you don't know anything. Omega lol. You don't even know that you don't know anything. It's not wisdom to realize one's ignorance. It's ignorance. Man, poor Socrates is, like, pissed. Right? Because that's a direct line against Socrates, right? It's got to be. It's not wisdom to realize one's ignorance is ignorance. Just keep talking. Muchi, voluptuous body. Pog. It's okay, though it's probably better to not know of one's ignorance. So being ignorant of your ignorance is better than being aware of your ignorance. Nothing's worse than the truth you're an idiot, like the lament of the scarecrow without a brain. I mean, this is kind of facts. I feel like it's oh yeah, the thing I was talking about. Okay, how do I do this? It's like this line. It's like a chart. Okay, I'm gonna just chart it. So it's like you start to know things. You feel like okay. The x-axis is how much you know. The y-axis is how much you think you know. You start to learn a little bit of things, and you're like, oh shoot, I really know a lot about this subject, right? I'm pogging. And then you hit a point where you're like, wait a second, I actually know nothing, dog. This is crazy, this is complicated, I'm in the dark, it sucks. And then you start to, like, really understand things a little bit. Do you understand what I mean? Did that make any sense? No, my fault. But it's kind of that same thing where, like, being completely ignorant to the point that you're ignorant of your ignorance, it's like ignorance to bliss. But then as soon as you step a foot into awareness, then you're aware of your ignorance, which brings pain, because you're aware that you're stupid and that you don't know anything, and that it's like a fear of the unknown, like all that stuff like hits you. But to hit a point of like awareness without ignorance, you have to go through awareness of your ignorance, right? Or is that just like bad RNG that you're unaware? That you're an idiot, right? Everything. I know everything. And Hanakawa doesn't even know things about herself. She doesn't know what's happening with Block Hanakawa. She doesn't even know what's happening with the tiger. She's literally like unaware of herself. And then this woman shows up and says, oh, I know everything about you. And then says, good luck, you have to deal with it yourself. I know that you don't know anything, but that's nothing to be ashamed of. All humans in this world don't know anything. I mean, she said she was a human a minute ago. So, like, copium? Maybe Gain sees herself as an exception. You like when people say that because she wants to be seen as normal. She wants to be seen as nothing, right? Does she though? Because she's being looked down on, but like that was kind of the point. One of the points of like what she wanted was to be seen as normal. So for her to be seen as not special, you would think she would like that. And Gain, who knows everything, says that Hanakawa likes that. This woman's crazy. And then she just spits the new information just to like show how much she doesn't know. Yeah, and then makes fun of her for it. Poor Hanakawa is getting hoed. Oh yeah, you didn't go to school. Right, on my way home from school. Oh wait, no, I can't say that. Okay. I don't know, but the me that isn't me knows. Wait, what? Knows what? Let me just watch this. Okay, it was just context for that line. History, Tiger, tries to study it. If it's better than... Okay. Combined with a traumatic meaning. So... Wait, let me just hear what Senjuko is saying. I think she's breaking it down. History is associated with the past. Hysteria is associated with trauma. So trauma in the past. Fits better than writing with fire and tiger. So we got fire mixed in, we got tiger mixed in, we got trauma mixed in, we got past mixed in. Trauma in the past. Hanakawa hasn't dealt with her past trauma. So now wherever she goes in the past, wherever she sleeps in the past, like burns down. And like forces her to run, forces her to keep moving. Something, something. Poor Hanakawa is getting hoed so hard in this arc. And all the little like that's okay, so she was making a bunch of cranes and then a bunch of paper origamis. She makes origamis for all the different oddities, man. Right. And then she connects the link. Wherever she sleeps have been burning down. Time to and then we talk about passion. The big part though is when she realizes that jealousy, right? Okay. It boils down to him feeling like his cute little sister's being taken from him. So he's envious of the boyfriends. This was so good. Everything like freezes, but the cards are still red. So envy. Okay, so is it specifically the envy? Because envy she's associating with fire and passion, right? Kind of. And the tiger was associated with those things. So are we saying like there's another keyword associated with fire? That the fire might even be, or the tiger might even be like rooted in envy as well. And the boyfriend, and Aragi's averting his eyes from the boyfriends. On just that one point, we're the same. Crazy line. One of the 7 deadlies. So I'm jealous. She's like she just accepted that she's envious, right? Which taints her virtue. It taints being a perfect white virtue now, right? She can't be perfectly white anymore if she's envious. If she's accepted that she's envious. Because before, when she was perfectly white, she had cut away that feeling. Yeah. But why does she think she won't be able to see Araragi again because of this? I mean, things are going crazy, and he's gone, and she's envious, and her identities are falling apart, and the tiger's prowling, and the tiger's really strong. So, I guess it's a realistic fear. I find this to be very sweet. Like trying to mark his bed with her scent, just to be remembered a little bit. Like it's such a like desperate move, you know. And then she says, "Let's settle for that. That should be enough for me." So she's just like, I don't know. It's like weak, and kind of pathetic, which is very endearing to me. It's very endearing. Oh, and then the clock's black and white. Okay, bars. Just like the OP and just like the black and white Hanakawa. And then she wears his clothes. Takes some selfies. And then she sends it, I assume, to Araragi. Turns off her phone. Yeah. Oh, she put her clothes up in his closet. So she's like trying to leave mementos behind for him to remember her by. As she takes his clothes, writes a note to Black Hanakawa, and then I assume is going to leave. And then, man, the ED lines mixed with her sharing her feelings with herself. I will convey my feelings my own way, and she's writing her feelings to herself to match the excitement, like the passion, bro. Okay, so good. Dude, it's time for incorporation, man. Right? I think we're gonna like try to incorporate the feelings or something, and like deal with the tiger. Hope maybe we'll have like black and white Hanakawa mixed together, and then are able to deal with the tiger together somehow. Or like, is it really the case that she'll be alone in this? I don't know. Honestly, I think I'm gonna leave it at that for this episode. I'm gonna try to remember for next episode to look at Nisei and try to remember what Kaiki was doing with Konbaru's house, because that apparently has to do with Gain, right? Because Gain is somehow connected to Konbaru, which makes me worried because that means the reason that Araragi wants Konbaru is probably something to do with Gain. So who even knows what's going on there? Maybe episode and Ononoki is around. So what we got? Araragi and Konbaru versus Ononoki and Kage Nui versus Gain in episode. I mean, not even necessarily versus. Like, I don't know the relationships between these groups, but they're all walking around and they have to do with each other. So, something to think about. I'll try to remember to watch that. And yeah, that's all I really got for this episode 4 of Nekomonogatari Shiro. Of course, if you like the video, like the video, subscribe if you're new, blah, blah, blah. Comment down below if you have anything to say, or join the Discord and talk to me, or other Monogatari fans there. On to the next episode 5. Should be exciting. Final episode of this arc. This arc's been fire. So, I've really... I don't know, I'm looking forward to what the next arc will be. Like... I don't know, are they going to be able to keep it coming? Hopefully. We'll see. That's all I really got for this arc, though. Or this episode, though. On to the next. I'll be seeing you then.